Offering unparalleled interior space for its weight, the Sierra Designs Flashlight 1 FL tent is the perfect option for an ounce-counting backpacker who doesn't want to skimp on interior space, but is looking for an innovative, non-freestanding tent that's going to offer a lot of reliable performance in the backcountry. The first thing that stood out to me about this tent was that it's extremely stable despite the fact that it's a non-freestanding trekking pole style tent. Right now we've got this pitched with the necessary stakes. It does come with one pole down at the foot, and we'll talk about that. And up here towards the head of the tent, you can either use the included poles that come with the tent, or you can leave these at home and save a very valuable 6 ounces by using your very own trekking poles. So it's a really great innovative tent. We'll take a look at all the features. First thing I want to talk about with this tent is the materials and how it protects you from the elements. As I mentioned, it's a very innovative design. So this is a hybrid single wall, double wall tent. You don't have a separate rain fly and separate tent body. Everything's connected together, which saves a lot of weight. You don't have overlapping of materials, saves the pack size because you don't have the tent body and the extra rain fly that goes over top. But you have really great coverage here with this tent. So on the floor of the tent, it's a 30D material, completely waterproof, completely seam taped, so you're protected there. Up here on the top of the tent, or what I would call the fly, it's completely waterproof and seam taped as well. And that's a little bit lighter weight. It's a 20D material. And with single wall tents like this or hybrid tents like this, my fear is normally the breathability and the buildup of condensation inside. If it's warm out, my fear is that it's going to be really muggy inside the tent. But Sierra Designs has done a really great job of having a lot of mesh and a lot of breathability. You've got mesh on the sidewalls and you've got mesh down at the foot. So you've got a lot of breathability in through the tent, which cuts down on a lot of condensation. The other thing that really stood out to me about this tent was just the stability. So this is a non-freestanding tent. You do need to stake all the corners into the ground. You do have one pole on the foot, and that is durable aluminum but lightweight DAC NFL poles. So those are very lightweight, they compress down to be very small. And then like I mentioned, you do have the ability to use trekking poles. So I've got my trekking poles here set up. The stability here is really great. So you've got other parts of the tent that you stake out. And in my opinion, the stability with this non-freestanding tent is unparalleled as well. I've crawled inside the tent to talk about the interior space and all the features on the inside. The floor space here is really sprawling for a one-person featherlight tent. It's 32 inches wide and 90 inches long. It does taper down a little bit into the foot, but you still have a lot of room here on the interior. You have a peak height of 46 inches, so definitely a lot of room in here to sit up. If you need to spend time inside the tent, you're not going to feel super claustrophobic. So this is definitely a very roomy one-person tent. Out here in this gear closet area, you've got some nice innovations with the vestibule here. Sierra Designs does call it a gear closet. Right now I've got it completely open, and you can see there's nice breathable mesh right here. This is always mesh. There's no panel to close that off, but you do have mesh here in the door that we'll talk about. So I have the gear closet completely open. It's clipped right there, but there's 2 additional points that you can clip it to here. You can also clip it down there. So you have a couple different points there, and I'll just show those different points. So this is complete protection from the elements. You can clip it to this section right there, so you just have a little bit of the gear closet. Plenty of room to store backpack, boots, that kind of thing. And you still have the breathability here with the door. if you really need to batten it down and you've got some wind and some rain, you can extend it all the way out to this point right here, and that's going to give you a little bit more protection here. So you have this awning right there as well, so if you've got some rain, it's definitely going to protect you, and you've got all of this space right here with the gear closet. I'll clip that off to the lower side. And then the door here, you've got a really broad open door, so easy in and easy out with this tent. The material here on the side is waterproof, so if you were to get some rain hitting the side, that's going to protect you as well. But you've got mesh here on the front. Behind that mesh is that waterproof material, and this door comes all the way down, so you can really open that up. The back side here, you don't have a door, but you do have a really big window. So you can see all of that breathability back there. You have a really great cross breeze with this tent, and then you have a lot of mesh down at the foot as well. So you've got 3 sides of this tent with breathability. The broad side of the tent here on the end, that's just 100% waterproof fabric, so you have a lot of protection there, but a lot of breathability for a single wall tent. We talk about the door here in the front. You can zip that up halfway or most of the way. I've got it zipped up completely there, and then on the inside, I can roll down this waterproof material. So you can roll this up off of the floor, but as you can see, lots of breathability here. And again, if you do have some nasty weather coming in, you can zip this up halfway just to give a little bit more protection. So you have a lot of versatility here with the doors and with the windows inside this tent. Stuff sack Sierra Designs uses is really innovative and really smart. Most of the time I pack the stakes and the poles separately from my tent anyway. So what they've done here is they have a separate compartment here for the stakes, small little compartment. You've got a compartment for the poles right here, and then the tent body is right here inside of this compartment. You can compress that down to be a little smaller. So really smart design here from Sierra Designs. With all the different features of this tent, the ability to change out the tent pole with the trekking pole, the weight savings there, the complete coverage here with the single wall, double wall design, and all the breathability that you get inside this tent. It's a tent that you're definitely gonna wanna spend time in with all the livability here. I'm a really big fan of the Sierra Designs Flashlight 1 FL tent.